Big up Norwegian biathlete. I don't know, biathlete. Or I don't biathlete's a bit crazy. But Norwegian biathlete Sturla Holm Lægreid admits to cheating on his girlfriend after winning a bronze medal at the Winter Olympics, which is kind of crazy, bro. Admitting that you cheated on your girlfriend and hoping that you publicly announcing it to the world is gonna shame her, or it's gonna not shame her, it's gonna guilt trip her into taking you back after you won bronze. Winning gold, another way. If you win gold, fuck your girlfriend, get off the bitches. But because you win bronze, he's now been humbled. So now he wants his girlfriend back. But this is a crazy interview. Right after he kind of, you know, I guess confirms that he's won bronze, or right after his run, he tells the, you know, presenter in Norwegian with the English subtitles that he cheated on his girlfriend live on air. He, like, you know, he admits to it, blah 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 blah. Fucking crazy situation. Let's play the video. Big up biathlete Sturla Holm Lægreid, Norwegian athlete who won the bronze medal. Let's play the video.
Sturla Holm Lægreid, gratulerer så mye med OL-bronse. Hvordan har du det?
How do you feel?
Det stort. Det min første OL-medalje. Og jeg vil takke alle som har hjulpet meg på veien. Smørerne for en kjempegod skidag, og hele familien som har backa meg. Og så det en jeg ville dele det her med, som kanskje ikke ser på i dag.
I want to share this with somebody who may not be watching. I want to share this with somebody who may not be watching. Yo, that ex-girlfriend's group chat, that girl's group chat is probably going off. They are probably celebrating. They're probably loving this. That girl's group chat are loving this probably. They are loving this.
For et halvt år siden så møtte jeg mitt livs kjærlighet. Verdens vakreste, fineste person. Og for 3 måneder siden så gjorde jeg min største tabbe og var utro mot henne. Og det fortalte jeg for en uke siden. Og det har vært den første uken i mitt liv. Så jeg hadde gullmedalje i livet. Det var sikkert bare mange der nå som ser på meg med andre øyne. Men jeg har kun øyne for henne. Jeg vet ikke hva jeg vil frem til ved å si det her nå, men...
Jesus Christ, bro. First of all, unpopular opinion. I think cheating is way too demonized in society. Mostly because men have poor impulse control, myself included. I think people put too much weight on cheating. I think not all cheating is created equal. I think cheating is a situation. It's less of a betrayal of a relationship and more so an inability to have any level of self-control in that situation. I think the people that take it super personally in terms of the women's side of things, I get why you would do, but I think sometimes it can be overblown. I think a lot of people in relationships can probably work through a bit of adultery and cheating, but they don't because of the pressure societally and because of what their friends might think. Because let's think of it from a girl's point of view. Let's think of it from his ex-girlfriend's point of view. His ex-girlfriend, who most likely, his ex-girlfriend, most likely, right, was an incredible support system to this guy. He's an Olympic athlete, right? He's an Olympic athlete. He probably trains 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 2 a days. She was probably a rock to him, a rock, right? Probably at home cooking meals, going to camp with him, picking him up, maybe, I don't know, whatever, washing his gear. She was basically, she did stuff for him in terms of sports, in terms of his athletic achievement that he probably, you know, I wouldn't say overlooked, but, you know, a lot of stuff that probably contributed to his level of success in general. Yes, his talent is his talent, his ability, hard work is hard work, but she was probably a rock in that relationship, a rock. So you can imagine how it must feel if you're her and the boyfriend or your fiance, or sorry, your boyfriend that you were supporting for all that time comes to you during 3 weeks before the fucking Olympics and tells you, hey, I cheated on you, and confesses. You know what I mean? And I'm assuming he confessed not because he probably felt guilty. I think he confessed because he's probably going to get exposed. You'd imagine. He's going to the Olympics. He's probably worried if he gets a medal, a story's going to come out. It's going to make him look crazy. So he confesses to the girl, admits his mistake, and obviously she says, fuck you, and she leaves. Now, what he's done here, in some eyes, could be seen as a little bit manipulative. I'm not gonna lie. I think if you're a guy and you cheat on your girlfriend, in general, I think cheating is a bit, people put too much onus on cheating. But if you cheat on your girlfriend, you have to be able to suck up the consequences of it. Whatever the consequences of it are, you have to suck it up. But what you can't do is publicly, emotionally manipulate the situation a little bit here by putting her in a corner, putting her in a position where she kind of has to like, well, those they kind of have to take you back, but you know, the pressure's going to be there. People are going to be leaving comments on their Instagram. I'm sure the Norwegian Twitter's going to be exploding with conversations about it. You know, there's going to be a lot of pressure, maybe from a family even. You never fucking know how weird it gets to professional athletes and celebrities and all that stuff. So it's a bit strange to do that in public. You're kind of it's a little bit emotional blackmail, manipulation, gaslight. It's a bit strange. If you're a guy and you cheat and you get caught or you admit it, privately, together, whatever, directly, if you want to try to win her back, cool. But I think this whole shit is weird. It's the same thing when guys get caught cheating and they start advocating to the fucking mum. You know those type of guys. The guys gets caught cheating and maybe your girlfriend's mum or ex-girlfriend's mum likes you, right? She has a big, you have a place in her heart. She really fucking likes you. And you start advocating for her. You start getting her to petition for you. You start getting your ex-girlfriend's parents to petition for you. Maybe her best friend who you get along with well. Nah. If you cheated, cool. I don't think it's a big deal. I think you can move past it. But you have to try and win her back yourself. You cheated by yourself. You win her back by yourself. Don't try and get other people involved. Don't use the public. Don't come here. Don't use the weight of the event and this medal and the fact that you got bronze and you making it seem like, oh, if I had you, I might have got gold. I'm kind of gutted about it. Making it all about yourself, because that's what he did here a little bit. Making it all about yourself, right? My week has been so hard. It's like, what about her? Now you just announced to the world that you were cheating on this girl. She's been embarrassed in public, and I think that's one of the things that women in general, I think, another unpopular opinion, I think women don't mind cheating as long as they don't find out. I think women don't mind cheating as long as they don't find out, but we have to be honest too. Sometimes cheating flagrantly, like, literally lip locking some random person in a brightly lit restaurant like India and fucking Marlon did recently, sorry to Dami, but sometimes lipsing somebody in a brightly lit restaurant that isn't your boyfriend or girlfriend is kind of fun. It's kind of thrilling, unfortunately, right? It's a really bad thing to do. You're disrespecting the sanctity of your relationship. You're disrespecting the person you're whatever. But like I said before, when it comes to men, it's poor impulse control. We have poor impulse control. We're not emotionally as mature as women, especially when it comes to relationships. So I think sometimes, unfortunately, you have to maybe treat cheating and adultery as a kind of, situation time by time thing. The only problem with this sort of stuff, if you're a guy, which is why I think if you had to ask me for my advice, I think when you do something like this, yes, admit it to your person. I think admitting it to them is a key. Don't let them find out in the press, especially if you're a celebrity. Don't let them find out in the press. Or don't just admit it and get off your chest. You know what I mean? Live your life with a clear conscience. But you have to be wary. If she takes you back, you're a simp. You're gonna be a simp forever. If she takes you back, you're gonna sound like those old heads. Those old heads in your family. Like when it comes to family reunion or gathering, Christmas, they're like, oh my God, you guys have been together for like 45 years. What's your secret? Oh, I just do whatever she says. She's the boss. She's all that shit. That's usually guys who say she's the boss, serial cheaters. Guys who say stuff like, yeah, she's the boss. She's the boss. Serial cheaters. You don't want that. So if you're gonna admit, you're going to admit it, but don't get back in a relationship with that person and then be neutered, and then have no personality, no anything, because you're afraid of losing them again. No. If you want to admit you're cheating, cool. If they're okay to move past it, cool. But you can't, I don't think as a man, neuter yourself to the point where you just end up, you're just like an NPC in your relationship. I don't think that's a cool either. But I also don't like this kind of like manipulation, gaslighting thing in the press. I think this is a bit lame. But again, he's maybe just not built for it. Maybe he's just not built for the whole adultery, being a player guy, because he is literally regretting whatever hookup he might have had so fucking bad. And again, my immediate feeling on this sort of thing, because I hear him talking, is that you're kind of talking from your point of view only. You know, it's a bit self-centered, this interview. I know with him and his Olympic stuff, but I'm thinking about the girl and her side of things, because her group chat must be blowing up right now. That girl's group chat must be blowing up right now. You know, and if I was her, fuck that, man. Stand strong. Forget that. Don't take this guy back. You probably did a bunch of shit for him when he was coming up doing his fucking ski and shit or whatever he fucking does, right? You probably were a rock in the relationship. You provided a fucking, or you know, looked after a good home. You cooked him some great meals. You picked him up. You washed his gear. Done all this shit, all this great stuff. You loved him to bits. And then, you know, 3 weeks before the Olympics, he goes and cheats on you. You know what I mean? Just allow it. Just move on. Just move on. Just fucking move on. And now he learned too. Now he learns if you have a good woman in your life, do you know what I mean? Keep your dick in your pants. Keep your dick in your pants. But let's move on. There's a quick update on this, actually.
Yeah, I haven't got any reactions from the girl that I mentioned. And yeah, I'm happy because then maybe she hasn't seen it. Maybe she will see it at the right time. I hope I don't make anything worse for her.
You have.
But maybe it can help. I don't know. I hope there's a happy ending in the end. So we will see what time will do.
Simp energy, man. That's the face of somebody with regret. That's the face of somebody with a lot of regret, man. That's probably why it's super important as a guy to have a level of self-control, and it really is, because the problem is a lot of us men are just we're just infants, isn't it? We're just infants, and we kind of use girlfriends and wives sometimes as just like as a version of our mum or something, you know? I think that's a problem. I think a lot of guys are probably just not ready for relationships. Just like, if anything, if you're being serious, if you're being real, right? If you're an Olympic athlete, you don't need to be in a relationship. If you're an Olympic athlete, if you're a professional athlete, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship until you're ready, because you have a career that requires so much focus, so much dedication. You can't really be a good partner anyway. You know, you're a bit boring. You can't go to bars and drink as often. You can't go to fancy restaurants and eat. You know what I mean? It's just chicken and rice every day, electrolytes, sleeping by 10 p.m., waking up by fucking 4, going to meets here, tournaments there, trying to break records here, keeping yourself fit and ready, keeping your eye out for the advancements in fucking physiotherapy, recovery, strength and conditioning, all the advances in medicine, taking this, taking that, not being able to go on the holidays, getting drunk. Like, you can't really do a lot. You can't really have somebody, and so if somebody is in your life supporting you, you owe it to them to kind of be, you know what I mean? Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, don't fucking cheat on them, but you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. You probably should just be focusing on your athletics career, your sports career, and then once you're finished, once you've retired, or once it starts to wind down, then of course you can go out and start looking for somebody. And most athletes anyway, you're in great physical shape, right? You're in great physical shape. You've got probably some money in your pocket. You can have some good options out there. It's not too late. So you probably shouldn't be in a relationship in the first place. But if you're gonna be in one, you gotta be mature, man. You gotta be mature. You got me? You gotta be mature. You gotta be mature, and you gotta basically move correctly. If you're gonna cheat, don't get caught. That's what I say. If you're gonna cheat, don't get caught. But if you do, suck it up, own the consequences, and move on. But publicly declaring that you cheated on your girlfriend 3 weeks before the Olympics and then putting it out there, hoping that she sees it and all this, it's a bit lame, man. It's a bit lame. It's a little bit manipulative. A little bit manipulative for me personally. I don't like it. I don't personally like it. You put that girl in the corner. Giving her unnecessary pressure. You made it probably, again, on Norwegian Twitter, it's probably going crazy. Winter Olympics Twitter's probably going crazy with this. They probably found out who she is. They're on her fucking Instagram, leaving comments. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So it's not a good thing going forward. Especially if you love that person, you wouldn't do it if you love that person, you know? I know you didn't mention her name, but people are going to be able to figure it out. So he probably fucked up there. Didn't think it through, thinking from a selfish point of view just to get her back. And if he does get her back, what then? You turn into a neutered version of yourself. You turn into a fucking NPC in your relationship just to keep the girl with you. It's not worth it for either person. So, big L for this guy. But I do think in general, cheating is sometimes over, like, you know, the importance of it is overstated. I think in general, guys can just cheat and it not mean nothing really. You know, it's just like poor impulse control, situational thing. Sometimes, what's that saying they say? You're only as faithful as your options. Sometimes guys who don't get girls, suddenly you become famous, you get options around you that you never usually had. It's hard to turn, you know what I mean? It's literally impossible for that guy to basically turn down anything that's kind of given him on a plate. And some just think with their dicks and are not the most mature when it comes to relationships. Which is why I say, with pets and with girlfriends and wives, think twice. Think twice, think 3 times, think 4 times, think 5 times. Think about it. Really think about it, because I think a lot of dudes in general aren't mature enough for a relationship. But to give guys defense, in a guy's defense, I think women also, unfortunately, do this thing where like they love, like, I don't know, rescuing, but like, you know, oh, he'll come good in the end, you know. So as much as there's like bullshit men out there who put women in relationships, who lock women down and they're not ready to be a mature adult in a relationship, I also think there are women out there that give guys who probably have no right to have a girlfriend too much time because they see something in them. Oh, he's got potential. But look at the red flags. Like, do you know what I mean? There's too many red flags. Why potential? Fuck the potential. Fuck the potential. But anyway, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know?